Sorry, we were talking about last night's Sunday Night Football game and how much fun it was at the end. I was screaming so bad. I screamed so loud, I think my cat almost crapped herself. She ran for the hills. But it was a fun game, man. If you didn't watch it, you should see the recap.
Your cat crapped herself?
She almost did, probably.
Almost.
Yeah. I did scream way too loud. But it was fun. It was a fun game. They kept leaving wide receivers wide open, man. And Thielen, he's going to the playoffs.
Made some big plays last night, too.
Yeah, and I would say that both quarterbacks, I don't think they were overly impressive. Like, I was kind of like looking at it a lens of, are these two? Well, kind of. I was like, are these two like actual playoff caliber performances by these teams and these quarterbacks? And I didn't think so. I mean, they each had a couple big plays, but overall, I'm like, I don't know, man. Both quarterback play was kind of sloppy, and then that last fourth quarter was incredible,
unbelievable.
I mean, the play design was Zay Flowers to get him open. And I don't know why it always seems like a big play. Jalen Ramsey is always around. Don't know if it's ever his fault, but I'm like, here's a big name player that's like always close but not making the play.
Yeah.
Anyway, play design was great, and then we had a Awuzie or whoever, Chidobe, I think, slipped on the. He was the cornerback that slipped, and all of a sudden now there's another touchdown. I mean, then the kickoff return. I'm like, what is happening here? Like, special teams make a freaking play.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was pretty fun, man. That was a fun game.
Mussy.
Hi, guys. Hey, Mr. Leishman. Yeah, that was a fun way to end the regular season, man. There's no Monday Night Football tonight, in case you're wondering out there.
Yeah. Nope. We got to get ready for the playoffs.
Let me see what's going on here. Oh, yeah, here we go. I looked this up for you guys before I get to the news because we found out. Did you guys know where we pick in the NFL draft? We being the Vikings? 18th, that's right. Let's see.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about that?
I mean, yeah. I don't know. It sucks because, like, somebody posted yesterday that if they lost 5 straight, they'd be picking 5th, which would have been outstanding. But I don't know enough about it yet to know. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, but I don't think it matters where they pick because they aren't very good at picking the right guy.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, why you like that?
It's really sad sounding.
I'm sad sounding.
It's funny that you bring that up only because this is a conversation I had with John Kuhn with the Packers yesterday, and who's super talented, by the way. If you don't listen to is it Matt Schneiderman, his podcast with Kuhn, it's awesome. If you're a Packers fan, it's a great listen. Anyway, he said that on their pregame show, they're looking up and down our roster, applauding us. He's like, look how stacked this team is talent-wise. He was like, we thought that you guys, compared to everybody else in division, had the most talented roster in the NFC North. I was like, really? You guys feel that way? I was like, I mean, that's flattering. I guess I've never holistically looked at it like that, but they seem to think that we have the most talented roster in the NFC North.
Well, on paper, at the very beginning of the season, we certainly all thought that, right? And then the injuries and the mishaps, the misthrows, the injury again, and the injury.
I know.
Yeah. How much of that, though, is free agency over drafting, though? Because this was a loaded free agent class.
By the way, not to cut you off, Sauce. I like how sometimes Muss's voice sounds like it's a Civil War documentary, like the injury, the injuries. Like you could do some good voiceover work.
That's when the dysentery came in.
See, there you go.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like that.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Can you do this for me? This is more Rudolph than Civil War. Can you just go? And then it hit.
And then it hit.
It's not bad.
Yeah, say musket ball.
Yeah, say musket ball.
Some 18th overall picks in recent drafts include Garrett Bradbury for your Minnesota Vikings.
Hey, we need a new centaur.
Yeah, Randy.
Jair Alexander, 18th overall pick in 2018. Ryan Kelly was the 18th overall pick in 2016.
Is there a chance right now that Ryan Kelly thinks he's a centaur?
Oh,
Poor guy.
Man, that sucked.
Yeah.
it really
What
did.
a rough
I
year.
heard you guys talking about that. Wasn't it A-Rod that actually had a painting on his ceiling in his room, his bedroom,
Of his own dong.
himself being a centaur?
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
No,
Isn't that
no.
like
not Aaron
a
Rodgers.
commercial?
A-Rod.
Oh, not A-Rod.
Yeah.
You mean
A-Rod.
the owner of the Wolves?
Yeah.
That sounds believable. Let's
Yeah.
go with it,
He
even
loves-
if it's not
That
true.
sounds more like an insurance commercial.
He loves himself some A-Rod.
Erasmus James.
Ugh, he was horrible. I mean, he was. He was terrible. They had 2 picks that year, and they were both bad.
Chad Pennington.
He was the 18th overall.
Oh, these are all the 18th
Like
picks.
Right.
25 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Somebody
fine.
was throwing to Randy Moss in college. That's why he got that bit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well said.
Good.
Yeah, but
good
he
pull.
had a heck of a career, though,
He really
didn't he?
did.
Yeah, Randy
went to
said
the
he's
Jets,
his favorite quarterback he's ever played with.
Is that what Randy said?
Wow.
Who else you got?
That's all.
That's it? That's where the draft stops at 18? Chad
Well,
Pennington?
Yeah, I mean, that started, he was in 2000. That's how far the list went back. And I just named a bunch of people and then I deleted the thingy because I
Yeah,
got some
fair
names to
enough.
do. Yeah. But anyway, we could get good players from a point.
Well, for sure we can.
Yeah.
Or bad ones.
Yeah.
Or ones that are okay. That's
Yeah.
the beauty of pick 18.
And here in the Vikings news in a bit, perhaps we will take a look at who we will be playing away and at home next year.
That came out last
because
night
we
as well.
know now that we do. But first, it's the
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey,
Hi.
presented by the 2026 IIHF World Junior Championship.
I bet it's not.
Oh, man, we've had a day already.
Zecca! Hey, buddy, what are you doing?
I mean, it is still going on.
Yeah.
It just doesn't involve the U.S.
That's right.
Zach and Parrish sounded really good on the air, though, by the way.
Yeah, don't
Doing what?
don't forget Alexis as well.
Oh, yeah, that's
Multiple
right. Yeah.
broadcasting duos, but yeah, they're all killing it.
Hey, Zach, is your mic not on? Have you dialed in?
Yeah, Daddy.
Oh, I wasn't set up back here. Yeah, one more day.
One more day.
Memorial Day. My
Memorial
goodness.
Day?
Medal round. Bronze medal, gold medal.
Similar to Memorial Day.
Yeah.
That's a long layoff for these teams that are trying to win this thing. They're going to get rusty. Zach, are you on the call or is there no game?
No. Just I'm going to go there though and enjoy the games, and you should too.
What time will that be?
I mean, I'm not going to, but
No.
appreciate
Wow.
you.
Well, I wouldn't. I wasn't really talking to you.
Well, you're not in my cult, buddy. It's not happening. You're not even inviting me to the World Juniors.
Yeah, that's not
I'm not going to
nice.
invite you to my cult.
No.
Ben, would you join my cult? God, you hesitated. I don't like that.
Well, I just don't want to be touched. So,
Why did you assume that was part of it?
well, that's kind of part of all cults, right?
No, certainly.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think the leaders, like, you could be in my leadership group, and I
He
think
doesn't
we
want to
have
be in your
free
harem,
reign.
Corey.
No. I think we all get to. You could be on like the council.
Yeah, I don't want to be
Have you
just
seen
like
one battle after another?
No.
Fantastic movie.
Fantastic.
You could be one of, like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Then he could be on my that board. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
The secret board that runs everything.
I would, yes.
Yeah,
I would
you'd be
join
a
your
part of
cult for
board,
that.
Corey.
As long as I got to do the touching and not be touched.
I like Max though. They wouldn't let me be a part of the board.
Heard you employed Max for a while on your show there.
Yeah.
You're
Me
out.
too.
God dang, that was a good movie, man.
know.
Yeah, great movie.
Really, really good. movie.
Such a good Max.
It is on. Yeah, it's on Max. I think that's where I watched it.
Mexico.
HBO. I think it was HBO. It's really good.
Real good.
Yep.
Thank you.
Leo's
Yes.
awesome. Benicio del Toro's awesome. Sean Penn's awesome.
Don't they think Leo
Dolly
will win
Parton's awesome.
Academy Award for it?
I mean, he's definitely going to be in the mix.
It's going to be him or Chalamet.
Has anybody seen Marty Supreme?
I have, yeah. It's really good. It lives up to the hype. Absolutely.
I need to see it. Is it long?
It's like 2 hours and some change, 2.5, yeah. So it doesn't feel long though. It's if you've seen the other movies from the Safdie brothers, it's of the same cloth for sure. It has that same kind of frenetic kinetic, chaotic pace where one thing leads to another, and it's like this impossible set of circumstances, and it's somebody's running for their life, somebody owes people money. It's kind of the staples of the Safdie brothers movies, but it's great.
Not familiar with those brothers.
That's,
Uncut Gems.
Okay, got it.
Yep. Good Times with Robert Pattinson.
Wow.
They all kind of got that same pace.
Moss and Ben, we haven't talked to you since New Year's. So speaking of the Duffer brothers, there's another set of brothers. What did you guys think of the Stranger Things finale?
You want to go first?
Oh boy, Moss.
What?
No, I liked it. I did like the epilogue being kind of robust because you are curious.
Long.
Yeah, you are like curious like what's going to happen after everything. Did not love the final battle.
Too short.
Too short.
Yeah.
Too short.
Yeah, it wasn't dramatic enough. We've had so many seasons. We've had such a big buildup, and that was sort of the ending. I was like, no. Yeah, got to give me more than that.
I would have preferred if that was a little bit longer and the rest of it was a little bit shorter.
Yeah,
Just that last hour lasted too long.
B+.
Yeah, solid. I agreed. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Muss?
I thought that show was unbelievable all the way through. I really, really love Stranger Things. I couldn't wait for the new episodes to come
there's a
out.
butt coming.
Big butt coming.
Big old booty.
Yeah.
Here comes the all caps butt.
But
Megan Thee Stallion.
you loved it all except for...
I wouldn't say I was hate watching, but I was really like, I kind of just want this to be over. It was a lot
the
like
finale or the
yesterday's
whole
game
season?
with the Vikings. I just kind of want this to be
Final
over.
season or final episode?
Final episode. I wasn't even like intrigued on how are they going to end this. It was just kind of like, when are they going to end this? And I was just not as intrigued as I was in multiple seasons, and even in this particular season.
Interesting. Appreciate it.
Was it Kurt Bills?
No, it was
No, it wasn't.
Was it
But
Kurt?
Mr. Bills loved it.
Oh no!
Did you guys? Excuse me. Did you guys see the proof that the theory that Mike came up with is not just a theory, but it actually did happen?
Who's Mike?
Mike Jones.
Not Mike Mussman.
I've not seen that.
No.
Okay, we can talk about it off
What
air.
about Dusty?
Dusty Cowtown. Dusty survives. Dustin survives.
Thank God.
Now I'm really.
Does it relate to the number of waterfalls? Is that part of it?
Don't go chasing.
No, because I thought that was curious too.
We can talk off air.
Yeah, we can talk off air. No spoilers here.
I thought it was fun when 11 said,
Sayonara, suckers.
Wow.
Kind of.
She kind of did.
She kind of
really?
did.
Good. I kind of guessed.
Well done, Hugs.
Thanks, man.
I like
That's what
that
I do.
you know her name even.
Who, 11?
Yeah.
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 I do agree with you that Vecna is one of the best
All time
villains.
He's an all timer.
Yeah. That was
The
a
special
great
effects
arc.
are unbelievable.
Yep.
Spoiler alert. Thanks.
Do your best Vecna impression. Let's hear it.
I really don't have a
Are you
Vecna.
talking to me?
Yeah, Chris, let's start with you. Start with Chris.
Oh, get on over
Think about that. The Duffer Brothers love the 80s so much, and there's so many 80s references. What if... When did Vecna show up? Season 4? 3 or 4? 4?
I think it's 4.
4?
Yeah.
What if Vecna shows up and the first time you hear him talk, it is Bobcat Gold? Because he loves Police Academy so much that Bobcat does the voice.
It
Brilliant.
sounded like Bobcat was drowning when you
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
He also said, "Get over here, baby."
What's he talking?
Is he talking to the kids?
Bobcat's Vecna's a little pervy.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the news.
That's the news. There you go,
That was
man.
the news.
That's right. And we got stuff to talk about when we come back, right? Right?
Oh, yeah.
We got all kinds of sports.
Yeah.
The Wolves won by a couple.
Yeah, they won by $1 billion.
Yeah. That was maybe their best win of the year.
We do have one firing in the NFL. There's a bunch of rumors of other ones down the road. Today's normally kind of Black Monday, but we have one team that has already fired their head coach, but it sounds like there's more on the way. We'll talk about that in a second
fired,
as well.
Ben, is that guy a defensive specialist?
Yes.
We might need one, right?
Yes.
Interesting.
And he coached with KOC.
That's what I thought.
A lot of angles there. More of the Power Trip Morning Show with Ben Leber, Michael J. Mussman III, and Sauce will walk us through sports after this on The Fan.
And
Make sure to follow KFAN on all social platforms at KFAN1003.
No.
years ago, Ben,
Yes.
the Nebraska Cornhuskers and their fans felt like they were about to conquer the world.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Rule had taken over the program. They went a disappointing 5-7 in his first year, but it was merely a tiny speed bump. After back-to-back 7-6 seasons, feels like they're back at square one. 48 hours after the transfer portal opened, they've lost a dozen players who've all decided they want to play elsewhere in 2026. For a team that desperately needs depth, they've lost a number of those in just 2 days. That's right. Over a dozen players have chosen to leave Nebraska.
So Nebraska is the upside down, is what you're saying, for college football?
I think that's just the first we've heard about. I think this will be the most ridiculous transfer portal year in the history of college football.
Okay, so when you say that, that doesn't actually seem like a lot of players.
For one team?
Yeah. I don't know why 12 doesn't seem like a huge number. Maybe it is.
Depends on what the 12 are, actually, too.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you need to know, like, the quality of the 12 players.
Well, what's the standard roster now?
It's 100.
So that's like
12%. I mean, so, yeah, I mean, I guess if it is a bunch of starters and all that stuff, I don't know. I mean, how does that compare to other Power 4 teams?
Like, how many players have the Gophers lost so far?
The one that mattered.
I mean,
did it, though?
He's got 1 foot out the door.
I mean, I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal if he leaves, but.
Right.
Really?
Wow. No. I mean, based on his play this year.
Step back for sure.
He wasn't even close to being a top 5 defensive player on the team. No. So, I don't know. You know, whether they say that's because he was concentrating on playing offense and didn't really get involved in the defense as much as he should. I don't know. But when I watched that kid play, I was like, well, he's got a long way to go if he wants to be one of the best.
No kidding.
Long way to go.
They're saying here,
well said.
Power 4 programs see over 20 players leave in a single cycle. So there you go. I guess that's a low number comparatively. But yeah.
Well, again, if it is like starting quarterback, starting wide receiver, linebacker, edge guy, like then it's more impactful. But if it's stuff that you think that you can find in the transfer portal too and replace them, then it's a kind of a wash. And if you don't have to overpay the guys that are coming in.
One of them is the starting quarterback, right? Rayola.
Rayola.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, good. That's fine. I think. I don't know. You guys pay attention to all his antics too.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Golden Gophers are getting Tennessee offensive tackle Bennett Warren in the transfer portal.
Is he still going to call into Common?
He played 13 games for the U of T in 2025 from Sugar Land, Texas. 22nd ranked recruit in Texas, 11th ranked offensive tackle nationally in 2024. So that's good. We're getting a big old
offensive tackle.
Yeah. Take that, yeah.
How big are we talking here?
I think he is 6'8", 295.
That's a huge bitch.
Just made that done. I don't know. I don't know. He might be 5'4". I have no idea.
I'm going to take the over.
Help is on the way, dear.
There he is. He's running towards PJ.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, what's the shortest D1 tackle of all time? Like, has there ever been a guy that's 5'8"? Can't be.
Like a Ty Cobb.
Yep.
Yeah, bring up Ty Cobb again.
That's right.
Is there a Ty Cobb type player
I
at
just
that
wonder.
position?
Because once you get under 6 feet, you're
Probably
in huge
at
trouble.
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, like who's the
Well
Darren
played.
Sproles of offensive
Of
tackles?
offensive tackles in the history of D1 football.
Yeah.
What would you guys guess? Like 5'11" or 10?
Are you talking?
Can you go
you're
any
talking like Power 4, Power 5 conference? Or are you talking like all Division
Yeah,
One?
how
All right,
many
let's go
years are
Power
you going
5.
back? I mean, in history, obviously there is a lot of guys that weren't
I just
as
wonder.
big as they are nowadays.
Like, is there somebody on a current roster that's 5'11"? I doubt it.
I doubt it.
But who knows?
Honestly,
know.
I would say probably 6'1", 6'2" is probably the shortest you could be for an offensive tackle in that league.
It's saying Willie Lampkin is 5'10".
What school?
He played for Coastal Carolina.
5'10".
Yeah, that's kind of a legit
5'10",
program.
400?
At a tackle, he was 5'10"? Or are you just talking
Yeah, it says
offensive
interior offensive lineman, yeah.
So as a
Interior.
guard,
He plays for the Eagles right now.
Well, interior's different. You can be 5'10".
Okay.
Yeah. Offensive tackles have to be.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip. Presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
Thank you, All Around. Hey, Mr. Rogers. The Vikings beat the Packers for their 5th straight win to end the season. They won 16-3.
Yo.
That was Buster Rhymes. Don't worry about it. Continue.
Okay. Justin Jefferson had 101 yards.
Excitement in here.
He went over 1,000 yards for the 6th straight season.
Hey, thanks for the $100.
I paid you immediately.
You did pay it. You paid, I think, from the time he caught the ball to the time my Venmo notification went off, I bet it was under 60 seconds.
Yeah, it might have been even before you saw it on TV.
Yeah, it was super fast.
Yeah. Because why? Fast cash makes fast...
And your bets are your word.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, has everybody paid you and Parker for the Survivor, Chris?
Let's see. Bonus, Marnie, Creasel, Zacho, Tomo, Coro, Mito.
All right, what do I owe
7
you?
people.
I'll send you right now.
$50.
Who else are we missing, though?
50.
I think that's it.
Was
I
it?
don't know.
How many people was it? 11 or 12?
Oh, was it more than that? Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot more than that.
Perry.
Yep.
Did you say Perry?
I did not. Nope.
Whoa, what is this?
So bonus has, that's 1. Marnie has, Creasel has, that's 3. Zach has, Tommy has.
It was just 50?
Yeah.
50. Well, it was 100,
and-
so 50
yeah.
to Chris, 50 to Parker.
And Corey.
Because they
and
split
Sauce.
it.
Oh, gotcha.
50 to Dusty.
And 50 to Dusty Cowtown.
Yeah.
Is that everybody, or who are we forgetting then?
I don't know.
Who else was
I don't even know who was in it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I lost track. Anyway, Sauce, continue.
My turn? J.J. McCarthy pulled himself out of the game in the third quarter with his hand thing. The Vikings, season is over. They will select 18th in the NFL draft.
Ben, your thoughts as a player about a player removing himself for a, quote, hand thing? You know?
I mean, I don't love it.
Don't love it.
I don't love it. I know that there are situations where, yeah, you might not be able to, you might have to alert the training staff that, hey, something's going on, that something doesn't feel right. So there are certain circumstances where you were like, yeah, I need this looked at. But to pull yourself off mid-series after one pass play in which it seemed everything was fine, in the second half of the game in which you seem like you're throwing the ball fine. Yeah, I don't love the optics of it. I don't love what it kind of means for him. I mean, for a guy that has battled injuries and has this mark on him as far as a reputation of not being healthy, I don't know. I would have gutted through it. Me personally, I would probably push through it as much as I could. You know, get through this series, and if you have a couple throws where you are errant and you are inaccurate and it looks like you can't grip the football, I would choose to have them pull me off the field or evaluate it during the next when the defense is on the field, and then have them deem, hey, you can't, let's get you out, versus taking myself out of the game.
I was surprised that the towel didn't like magically fix his hand.
Yeah, again, I don't love the theatrics of it. I don't love the optics of it. There's so much drama that's surrounding that. You don't need to place a towel over your hand. It's not melting. It's not, there's not a bone sticking out. It's not disfigured. It's not harming anybody by looking at it.
What if he had removed the towel and a white dove just flew out and circled U.S. Bank Stadium for an hour? Like Tony Wonder.
So, you know, again, I think that he's got a lot to learn about just the body language, the behavior, the outward optics of how things look.
So the question we asked like an hour ago before you got here on the gas tank meter from full to empty, right? If full is 100%, this guy is a franchise quarterback, we found our guy.
Yeah.
Which we all agree that's not where we're at.
No.
To all the way to zero where your tank's at empty and he's an absolute stone cold bust. Where's your gas tank if full is 100 and empty is 0?
I mean, I'm 60% full.
Oh, you're on the full side.
I'm on the full side.
Man. Wow, I think you're still in the minority then. Because I think most people are on the other half, right? I think I'm at a quarter tank. What did you say, Sauce?
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I'm on a quarter, 10%, whatever.
You're 60%. So tell me why you think you're still slightly towards the favorable side.
Because I do think when you look at his playmaking ability, when I think when we all look at quarterbacks, it's just not me. You look at some of those intangible things about making plays when you have to make a play. I mean, look at I referenced and alluded to Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers watching the game yesterday. The totality of Lamar Jackson's play was, I think, average. It was like, it was all right. But when he escapes a sack like he did, where two defenders have kind of a free rush at him, he ducks underneath, has poise enough to find Zay Flowers and floats the ball perfectly to where he can catch the ball, and they score a pretty dramatic touchdown. Those are plays that I feel like McCarthy can make. And there's an elusiveness, there's a playmaking ability, there's a little kid playing backyard football that is inside of him that I actually like. I think it's a positive thing. We saw a little bit of it yesterday. And I actually think that means that he can grow into what they want him to be as far as a pocket passer and commanding the huddle a little bit more and making some of those throws. I think he's still wildly immature mentally. And so for that's why I'm not, there's definitely a tug of war going on with me internally, because I like a lot of the physical things that I'm seeing. I like the intangible things that I see, but I don't like some of the theatrics. I don't like the way he handles himself sometimes on and off the field. And I think that matters. And I think to be a leader, I think that matters. And I'm not so sure that's something that he's going to mature into in his time here. If he's got a long runway, which I think that runway is shrinking dramatically. So I still lean positively, but it definitely will waver depending on who we bring in this offseason.
I don't care how much gas is in the tank. You got to call AAA because the thing won't start. That's the problem. I mean,
look at that wording. That was very clever.
Well done.
I mean, sincerely, we have no idea because the guy just can't stay on the field.
Yeah, and the injuries are a big part of it too.
And yesterday, when he hurt his hand and came off the field, the coach talked to him, the trainer talked to him, no one else talked to him. He walked up and down that sideline looking for people to talk to. No one talked to him. That's your starting quarterback.
It's like common when he gets here at 10:30.
Yes. Yeah, that's your starting quarterback. Nobody talked to him. That's not a good sign.
Not rallying around him?
Nope.
Did he have bad breath?
Maybe. Here are the people that were in their survivor, Hawk. Corey, Bonus, you, me, Parrish, Parker, Marnie, Carly, did I say Bonus? Zacho, Fargo Flash, Leber, and Tommy.
All right, so we're short a couple.
Yeah.
But you'll get there.
I'll get there.
Vikings news is next. We have other questions for Ben.
Yeah, and we got to talk about who we're going to play next year and when.
Yeah,
where,
we can go through the schedule. And ask Ben whether he thinks all those people we talked about earlier will return in 2026. More after this on The Fan.
The Fan. It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Redco, yeah. That's right.
How about this?
Right.
I know it's Vikings news, but can I just reiterate the stat, Ben, from earlier that I just saw even one notch higher? ESPN just threw a Jet stat up.
Okay.
You played defense, right? It's nuts. It's nuts that the Jets win an entire season without an interception, right?
Yes.
Just, again, out of pure luck, you should have one or two. Not one.
Not one.
Tip
Are you
ball,
kidding? 17-game season, by the way.
Wide receiver didn't fall.
Not
and
once.
Goes into defender's gut.
First time in NFL history since they kept, I guess, 1933, I think is when they started keeping track of the stats or something. But first time a team has ever gone an entire season without an interception. And since 1933, no team has had fewer than two. And the Jets this year finished with 0. But how about this, Benjamin? Jets opponents' quarterbacks. All quarterbacks they faced this year. And again, Aaron Glenn's a defensive coach, and he's the head coach of the Jets.
Yep.
The Jets' opponents' quarterbacks, 36 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a 110.9 passer rating.
Boy.
36 and 0. 36 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Wow.
Man.
And the 110, that's a huge
110.9.
Wow.
And that's a defensive head coach.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I just the variance of one ball gets popped up in the air and some, fat defensive lineman grabs it. How does that not happen once in 17 games?
Correct. I mean, just the flukiness of all of those pass plays and not one tip ball at the line of scrimmage. I mean, that's where you get a lot of these interceptions. Not an overthrow in the secondary where a safety is over the top and they just kind of falls in their hands. It's shocking.
Well, the Jets didn't play the Vikings, so then that's...
Well, honestly, I mean, this is not a defense of J.J. McCarthy. We had, I don't know, how many McCarthy interceptions this year could we say, like, wow, that was Addison dropped it and popped it up, or even Jefferson popped it up. That wasn't really on J.J. There was at least 3 or 4 of those that were on receivers, not McCarthy. Didn't happen once to the New York Jets all year long.
Yeah, and I think you guys talked about this earlier, too. I think just as crazy of a stat is the turnovers that we had this year.
30. We led the NFL in turnovers.
We still finished with a winning record.
9-8. Yeah. 30 giveaways for the Minnesota Vikings, most in the NFL.
That's preposterous.
Back to the Jets. They had 4 fumble recoveries, so they only had 4 takeaways the entire season.
It's okay.
And the Vikings gave it away 30 times.
It's all right.
30. 21 picks, 9 interceptions, or 9 fumbles. And that's, of course, between all of our quarterbacks, but still 21 interceptions. Jeez. Man. All right, since it's Vikings news, Ben.
Yeah.
Let me throw a bunch of names that I did before you got here, and I want your take. I give you the name, you give me the % chance they're back in 2026.
Okay.
KOC.
Oh, 100%.
Flores.
40%.
Kwesi.
80%.
Harrison Smith.
2%.
2.
Like the whole season, or
just
any time
that he's a Viking next year at any point.
2%. 2%.
CJ Ham.
0.
So you think he's retiring, or he's going to find a different spot?
I think he's truly done.
He's done. He's done. Addison.
Back.
We're straight 50-50.
50-50. Yeah. What about McCarthy?
Oh, McCarthy will be back. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's 100. I think it's 100% that he'll be back. Maybe I'll put it at maybe 95, because there's probably a 5% chance that, in Sauce's theory, in Sauce's world, like if we make a huge splash for a veteran quarterback and they like, well, we need something in return, we can't have our cupboards be completely bare either. So if we need to have a quarterback, then maybe there's an exchange there for quarterbacks. But I think at this point, if you bring in anybody that's not a top tier, free agent or tradable quarterback that's like already a starter, then I think it's going to be let's duke it out and may the best man win.
Last one, TJ Hawkinson.
0%.
Oh, 0.
Wow, 0.
Just out the door.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think that's part of the reason why he didn't play yesterday. I think it's part of the reason why Aaron Jones didn't play yesterday. I mean,
they don't want to be on the hook.
Yeah, they don't want to be on the hook injury wise, because these are most likely 2 guys that they're probably going to jettison for contract reasons.
I have 2 more. Jonathan Allen.
I actually hope that it's like 80% that he's back.
Hargrave.
I have
20%?
no idea.
Yeah, 20% I think on Hargrave.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a fat contract number for a guy that did not produce the numbers that we were hoping for.
Yeah.
I love my mom.
Anybody?
I don't know why that fits, but that fits.
Same, man.
Anybody we didn't name that you believe is done? That we will not see back next year? That's a significant piece. Because Naylor's a free agent,
Naylor,
right?
I think will be back. I mean, Naylor will certainly be back if Addison becomes some sort of trade bait or something. Let's see. I'm trying to think up and down the defensive line. I think they'll all be back outside of Hargrave. Guardsy will be back. I don't think that he's going anywhere, although he's so talented. He could probably go a lot of places.
Barrero.
I mean, like, I don't know. Does a guy like Ivan Pace come back? I don't.
I forgot he was even on the team. I haven't heard that name in weeks.
I'm not sure that moves the radio dial much, but yeah, Harrison will be back. I think those are like the core. Obviously, then our special teams battery will be back. I'm hoping. I mean, they all had phenomenal years.
Here we go.
Back to Harrison Smith, you said 2%. If Flores is back, does that number still stay at 2% or is it increased?
It increases, but only slightly. I get the feeling that
he's just done.
Well, I get the feeling that if B-Flow comes back, it has to be the perfect scenario. If B-Flow, let's say he's back with us, we are a playoff team ready to make a championship run, then I could see him coming back for like the last 7 or 8 games. I do not see Harrison Smith, even with B-Flow back, coming back and going through training camp and playing 17 games. I get the feeling that he wants no part of that.
He's pudgy.
Does that work? Oh, wow. Does a half a season work? You've played in the NFL. Sure. You get it. That does work.
Eric Kendricks is doing it right now for San Francisco.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's been a great run.
So,
thanks.
Let me read between the lines a little bit there. You just said perfect scenario where B-Flow is back. The team has to be a playoff-ready team. Does that also mean that likely it's a different quarterback? Where it's a Burrow or a Lamar Jackson or somebody like that? That's a big name.
That's why I was saying that I'm probably on that 60% meter of McCarthy being the guy.
So if JJ in the first half of the year looks legit, then Harrison would be interested.
If we start hearing a different narrative about JJ in the offseason through OTAs and minicamp, which I know, I get it, much more controlled practices, like we want to see him with playing against a real defense at full speed. But if we start hearing that he's making some big time strides mechanically and his processing speed on the field, then I'll start to think that this kid really has a chance. Because like I said before, I think that he has some of that gamer intangible playmaking ability. I mean, we didn't see him shrink in the fourth quarter like we thought we saw out of Sam Darnold. And I think that is one of the biggest things to be a franchise quarterback is you got to have that dog in you. You need to rise up when it matters the most. Not in week 2 in the second quarter and you're a dog then, that's great, but we need you when it's crunch time in a big time primetime game, and it seems like he lives for those moments. So I like that part. That's actually pretty rare. So if he can develop those other things and kind of work on the optics of how he operates, then I think that you have a true franchise guy.
Hey, sidebar, we were talking about Harrison Smith. Your interview with him after the game in the locker room, spectacular. Dude, you do such a good job with those interviews.
Thank you.
And that is not an easy one to do when you know the guy's getting emotional.
Yeah.
You know the guy as well as you do. That was fantastic.
I appreciate that. I would actually say that the hardest one for me yesterday was CJ Ham. Not because of player stature, but when there was a point where his family, I brought his family in and he was hugging his kids and he had his head down. And then I was kind of looking kind of beyond him. And then I'm obviously processing what I should do next because, that is a lot of dead air for all of us here on KFAN, but that is an in-stadium bit. So that is being broadcast on the loudspeakers inside the stadium. So I couldn't just take that moment and say, to the audience, what was happening in that dead air.
Right.
So I just had to sit there and just wait for the moment to kind of be over. And then when he looked back at me, I mean, tears out of both eyes, giant tears, all the way down his face. That one was that moment right there. I was I got choked up and I was I got to hold this together because I still have to do this interview.
I teared up a little bit.
I still have to do this interview. And, but I knew that Harrison was going to get a little emotional. You could kind of hear it and see it in his face. And so I was a little bit more prepared because I was just staring at him and he never really looked away. It was the fact that CJ looked away. He was hugging his kids and talking to his wife and then looked back at me with just full tears. I'm like, man,
yeah,
this is a tough moment.
I love it for the coin toss that they just have CJ Ham go out.
Well, that wasn't the intention though.
It was not?
No.
I thought it was because I was talking to Tom
the
West.
Intention was to have Harrison and CJ, and then Hawk, it sounds like you heard the story too. Harrison made a decision that most of the game was going to be about Harrison, and he wanted CJ to have his full moment.
Oh, that is so cool.
It was. Talk about covering every base, man.
Awesome.
That's just great because it was going to be the two of them, and he said, "No, this should be just CJ's because people are going to be talking a lot about me today."
I referenced Tommy West because he had mentioned that Leslie Frazier did that for Jimmy Kleinsasser in his last game. That he goes, "No, you just go out for the coin toss."
Yeah. Now, here's the coolest thing that I wish had happened, if there's one thing that I'm kicking myself over of my interview with Harrison after the game is not asking him this, because I was prepared for this and I saw it and I was like, man, I hope this happens. And I did not ask him if it was going to happen if we had the opportunity. On the sideline, he took a snap from Michael Juergens and took a knee. And they both laughed when he took the clean snap. They dapped each other up and he walked away. In my mind, that dude was getting ready to be in the victory formation to take the final knee.
I have a story on that.
Oh, you do? Is that out?
KOC, we were going to do the kneel down if he hadn't kicked a field goal, right?
Yeah.
We were going to kneel, and he was going to put Harrison in as the safety guy.
Okay, I did not hear that was confirmed.
But Harrison had talked it with his teammates and was going to go up and take the snap. And so KOC was kind of deciding whether or not he was going to put the kibosh on that, because he didn't know if it was a good look or not. But he also realized they'd already had their moment at the 2-minute warning. But yeah, that's the reason he did that. He was on the sly going to go take a quarterback snap in his last play ever as a Minnesota Viking.
So that's
KFC
why,
talked about it in his press conference.
Okay, so that's why they sort of smiled at themselves and dapped each other up, because he just took the one snap and it was clean, and he took a knee, and then they kind of smiled at each other like, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, and wouldn't that have been great if he had done that?
Yeah,
oh, it would have been amazing.
Oh man!
And by the way, how cool is it that they had a scenario where CJ Ham had a shot at a touchdown and got it, but like that's not guaranteed, right? There's so many things that have to happen because you're not going to hand it to CJ 15 times and hope he just breaks one. You got to get close enough where you're like, all right, we're like 2 or 3 yards out. He can hammer it in from here. Perfect. Yep. That was awesome that he got the send off, the TV coverage. I know you guys were doing the broadcast, but the TV coverage was all over his wife and his family in the stands. That was super cool. They were obviously very pumped that he got a touchdown. That was awesome.
And
good for CJ, man.
It was Scott Van Pelt's best thing he saw all day at the start of SportsCenter last night.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The family reaction or just the touchdown in general?
Yeah.
So I just think that touchdown is going to be his last touchdown, as it looks like, right?
Yeah.
His last touchdown, his favorite team that he grew up watching and beating the Green Bay Packers. Doesn't matter if the game mattered at all or not. That's his last memory. As Minnesota, that's cool.
Yeah. And I know a lot of fans.
Abby.
That was sincere.
Moment.
She's had enough, I guess.
Yeah, she doesn't want to hear about Mus. I think she was talking to you, Mus.
She hates fullbacks.
There's a 24-hour rule, so she's just like, all right, moment's over, bye-bye. I would just say that I know a lot of people out there are like, okay, it was a meaningless game, and I get all that stuff. And then people are probably, my person 2 to my left is talking about draft status and whatever, but like it really was, you could not have come up with a better storybook ending for this team this year when JJ comes out healthy and he gets his 1,000 yards, which was, I actually was going into the game thinking like, don't play this guy. Like it's not worth the injury risk for 1,000 yards, but it was a goal of his. He got the 1,000 yards, and then CJ Ham gets a touchdown against the Packers. We win the game. He gets a huge applause, makes a one-handed catch in which the fans go crazy. And then Harrison Smith gets his multiple moments. Like, it really checked every single emotional box that you wanted to have happen to end the season. So I'm just glad that the football gods were on our side yesterday.
I have breaking news.
Yeah, same.
Oh, do you too? Go ahead. You do it.
The Browns have fired Kevin Stefanski.
Wow.
Yeah, not his fault.
Nope.
Everybody says he'll be the top coaching candidate in the new cycle of head coach.
So far, Raheem Morris out in Atlanta and Kevin Stefanski out in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And we're hearing what Pete Carroll's going to be out, correct, in Vegas.
Yeah, you saw the PFT thing about Tom Brady bringing in Flores to be the head coach there.
That's the hot rumor?
Yeah,
Is that the front runner?
Not see that.
Yeah, that's the news from last night, was that Pete Carroll was going to be out, and then Tom Brady was going to put together Brian Flores as head coach, defensive coordinator, and then Brian Daboll as the offensive coordinator, which is basically what they had in New England.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
And then are they taking Mendoza number 1, or what are they doing
They
there?
probably have to take Mendoza number 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fan 5 in a second. Headlines later. The 8 o'clock hour of the Power Trip Morning Show. After this on the Fan.